Hello guys, my name is Darius and today we're going to talk about the Volkswagen ID4. It comes in two versions, the Pro version and the GTX version. First of all, we are going to talk about the Pro version, which is the long-range version and has one electric motor which produces 204 horsepower and about 350 Nm of torque, and it's mounted on a rear axle. So I think that this is the first VW which is rear-wheel drive, and it's awkward. Yeah, both cars have a 77 kWh battery, and this one, it has a WLTP range of 522 kilometers. Well, I think that in real life you can expect at about 300-350 on highway conditions at about 130 kilometers per hour. So you can use this car for family trips or even for city driving. Well, if you want more performance, then you should go for the GTX version, which has a dual motor or a 4-motion, as they say, and produces about 299 horsepower. So in addition to the rear axle engine, they put a front axle engine which produces about 95 horsepower, and combined they have 299 horsepower. The battery is the same as the Pro version, as I said earlier, but it has a smaller WLTP range of about 482 kilometers. So would you choose the GTX or the Pro version? Will you choose performance or range? I think that everybody that buys an EV asks this question, because would you choose an i4 40 or an i4 M50? Well, in that case, it's a big difference, but in this case, I think that it's not so much. Well, the biggest thing that differs is the price, because the Pro version starts from about 46,000 euros and the GTX starts from about 54,000 euros. So it's an 8,000 euros difference, which counts, I think. Let's talk about exterior design. Well, I think that this car is not targeting the European market, because it doesn't look at all like an European car. It looks more as an Asian car, a Chinese car, not even a Japanese, because Japanese cars I think that look well, but the Chinese cars look a little bit like an anime, you know, if you know what I mean. It looks like a car that is out of a cartoon or something like this. It doesn't look at all like a German car. In the front it looks really awkward, like it doesn't have a personality at all. And from the back, you know, it looks like an elephant sits on the roof and it really splashed the rear. It's awkward. I mean, look at it. Do you see what I'm talking about? It looks hilarious, come on. Instead, in the interior, they took the Tesla simplicity and make it a little bit more German. I mean, at least in this car you have the most important functions as buttons, not like in a Tesla. I mean, this interior is not on my taste, but I think that they've done a pretty good job. Maybe. Well, the seat looks like a classic Volkswagen seat with some modification on the top area. In my opinion, they could have done a better job. It's not the best Volkswagen interior I have seen. I mean, the Touareg interior looks better. Just make a comparison. Can you see what I'm talking about? It's really better. So in my opinion, I think that I won't see this car too much in Europe, because there are many other models that are looking more European and more appealing to Europeans. Well, I think that this car will be seen in China and South Korea, but I think that in Europe you will see something like an EQE, a Mustang, Mach-E, or an i4, but not an ID4 at all. It looks hilarious. I mean, if you compare it to something like I don't know, Mercedes CLS, which is pretty usual, or an Audi A5 or A6. It doesn't look like it belongs to Europe at all. I think that in the next episode we are going to talk about something serious, about the EV designs, because they look hilarious. Most EV cars looks hilarious, like the Nissan Leaf or this one, or the ID3 too, or the Model Y, the Model 3. They look really awful. And the Model X too. I can't believe who likes the Model X. I mean, from the front it looks pretty good, but in the back and from the side, from the profile, come on, you just can't say that it looks good. I mean, you're going to buy a 100,000 euros car and it looks like a minivan. Come on, you shouldn't spend so much for a minivan. Well, in other words, this was my review about the VW ID4. I hope that you enjoyed this review. It's an honest review. Well, I just couldn't say that this car looks great and I really want to own one sometime in the future. So yeah, this is my opinion. If you have another opinion, of course, you can say it in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, please hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This was Darius. See you next time. Goodbye.